taking a bit of the time, and by the time, of course, we have heard about this platelets. Okay, we have covered about RBCs and WBCs and the platelets, and that time also we have covered about the function of platelets. Platelets. Yeah, good morning, kids, and let's continue this topic, and we'll be beginning with under the heading of transportation. We are going to continue with maintenance by platelets, and the platelets have the function. Platelets basically are going to take care that if there is a rupture in any of the blood vessel, if there is any rupture, any part in the blood vessel, it is going to go and seal it. That means putting the cement-like structure there, wherein the blood cannot ooze out of it. That means the wound is going to heal then and there. What is the harm? What if, for example, if some amount of blood is oozing out and if there is a hemorrhage, what is the harm in that? First, of course, there is this loss of blood. And second, the pressure will be lost. That means the pressure with which the blood was flowing in the blood vessel will be reduced. For example, you are holding a garden pipe in your hands, and if it has some leakage in the initial stage itself, then of course water will be wasted, number one. And number two, the pressure, the amount of pressure that was there from the tap will not be reaching till the end. So this is basically the function of platelets. Talking about lymph now, which is very, very important. A 3-mark question has been asked, and they have given all about it on page number 108. That is our important topic of concern today. Lymph. Usually what happens is that we know that in our body, one fluid flows. That is about blood, we know. But beyond blood, one more component that actually maintains the balance in the body, that is lymph. Now, what exactly is this lymph and where does it come from? And what is its role in the body? For that, we need to understand the initial stage structure we have covered. For example, if this we take the example of a tissue. Now, blood from all over the body, let's recall that story, has gone to heart for purification. Heart has sent it to the lungs. From lungs, it has again come back to the heart. Now, heart is pumping it to the body organs through aorta. For lymph, the story begins after that. The blood that has traveled from heart to the different body organs will reach the tissues also. Now here, once it reaches to the tissues, what exactly happens? This one part of the story we have covered. Once we were understanding about the circulatory system, the closed circulatory system, that here arteries were coming and arteries were splitting into smaller capillaries, and these capillaries were responsible for the exchange of material. All right. And these capillaries were once again joining to form veins. This story we know. Now, in the middle of this story, we need to understand about lymph. What is this lymph? Before understanding the lymph, let's understand the liquids that are present in human body. Usually we feel that it is only blood. Let's see, beyond blood there are two more. One we are going to read about is lymph, and the second one is tissue fluid. And as the word indicates, tissue fluid means tissue ka fluid, the fluid near to the tissue. To understand those two, understand this. The supply of the dissolved material in the blood will be filtering through these walls of capillary near the tissue. That means dissolved glucose, and if the tissue has worked, tissue will be removing dissolved ammonia, this urea. That means the good things and the bad things. Exchange of CO2 and O2, gases also. In such cases, if some big molecule this particular tissue has synthesized, for example, a protein it has synthesized, then that bigger molecule cannot go inside the capillary. Now, how to introduce that to the capillary? For that, we need lymphatic vessels, lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is another channel of tubes, hollow vessels all over the body, and they run parallel to the blood vessels. Wherever the blood vessels reach to transport their material to the tissues, near to the tissues will be definitely the blood vessels. Blood vessels plus lymph vessels. Remember that, two tubes altogether. One in which the blood will flow, the second in which the lymph will flow. Now, how this lymph will be? We say that these lymphatic vessels, they are open-ended vessels. Beta, please be very careful in listening to this. They are open-ended vessels. For circulatory system, we have said that circulatory system is closed circulatory system. That means blood has to run only in the closed pipelines. Nowhere it is going to open. If it opens, that is a hemorrhage. And that will be blocked immediately with the help of platelets. Right? But here we are discussing about lymphatic vessels. They are open-ended pipelines. They come near to the tissue and they open near to the tissue. Open-ended. Okay? This we are indicating is a lymph vessel. That means if there is a big molecule synthesized by this particular tissue, then that big molecule will be bathing or staying near to the tissue. Let me just move my tissue a little bit lower to understand the tissue fluid. Here, again the same thing I am drawing, of course, tissue and the liquid near to the tissue. This is actually the tissue fluid. Now let's understand once again. Here, blood is flowing. Inside the lymph vessels, lymph is flowing. Near to the tissue, tissue fluid. Let's understand these three liquids right now. One way or the other, these three means the same. These three means the same. Some part is less somewhere, some part is more, but basically these liquids are all the way same. Let's try and understand again with the story that we know. Blood flowing in the blood vessels, coming near to the tissue fluid, draining some of the important things here and picking up certain unimportant things or waste from here. That is a function of the blood. But which thing can drain from the blood vessel? The plasma, the liquid part of the blood. In a way, if I say, from these blood vessels, plasma drains out near to the tissue. Plasma oozes out, plasma comes out from the blood vessels and it reaches near to the tissues. छन के टिश्यू के पास आ गया, including the dissolved substances and oxygen. Right? Now from here, this plasma that has come here, now we are calling, because it is near to the tissue. So the substances which are released from tissue, the waste plus the substances synthesized, the proteins it has synthesized, for example, it has synthesized some fats, Those big molecules, the small molecules, they are there near to the tissue. Tissue ka saman hai, it will be near to the tissue only. So that material of tissue plus some liquid of the tissue plus the plasma that has come to it, all together it will form tissue fluid. Right? Now, in this tissue fluid, actually, these vessels, lymphatic vessels, they bathe open-ended pipelines. They are hanging in the tissue fluid. Now that means all those big molecules, they are synthesized by the tissue, will enter into the lymphatic vessel. Okay, and once it enters into the lymphatic vessel, the big molecules, those which could not be transported by blood, bigger molecules which were synthesized here near to the tissue, they could not be sent inside the blood capillaries. Inside these blood capillaries which are closed, the bigger molecules which are synthesized here could not be sent in. So, but they need to be transported through blood only. So how will it go? That has to take the path of moving inside the lymph vessel because it is open-ended tube. So it enters into this one. Then from all over the body, the lymph is collected and it is poured in major lymph vessels near to the heart. They pour their secretion in superior and inferior vena cava and that pour it into the heart. These lymphatic vessels, that means finally they pour the lymph into heart. And heart is receiving blood from all corners of the body. That means whichever molecule is synthesized all over the body will finally reach to the blood where it is required. As long as blood is there in the blood vessels, we call the liquid as plasma. The moment plasma filters and it comes near to the tissue along with all the products synthesized by the tissue, we call it as tissue fluid. The moment this tissue fluid enters into lymphatic vessels, we are calling it as lymph. Definitely, there will be a slight variation in the proportion. Plasma will be containing most of the dissolved substances, good and the bad. Glucose, amino acid, then urea dissolved in it, salts are there, many things dissolved in it. Plasma filtering near to the tissue. Tissue ka saman plus plasma. That forms tissue fluid, tissue का fluid, in which the tissue bathe. Tissue जिसमें dip रहता है, tissue fluid. And excess of tissue fluid will be collected by the lymphatic vessel and it is taken to the right chamber of the heart, right atrium or auricle through superior and inferior vena cava. And therefore, every substance that is synthesized anywhere in the body reaches to the blood. So we understood that part. If there is any confusion in this explanation, you can ask me right now. Now I'm going to give you the written work of it. If you have not drawn this diagram, you can take a screenshot and I'm going to put the notes related to this right now. If there is any doubt, you can ask me right now, kids. Plasma minus proteins. If I'm giving a short definition of it, And let's write a little bit about it because it's important, and how it comes in the exam, that also I'll tell you. It is asked for 3 marks. For 3 marks it will be asked. What is length? What is its function? That way it will be asked in the examination. Bache. The shortest definition of lymph will be plasma minus proteins. Because the proteins, what are proteins there in the blood? RBCs, the cells are there, their membrane is made up of it. So no bigger proteins will be there in that. And how it is formed? The pores in the capillaries release some plasma, proteins and blood cells and blood cells near tissue to form See, in our textbook they have mentioned it all the way same only. Tissue fluid or plasma. Sorry, tissue fluid or lymphs. They have written it all together same. So we are going to go definition as per NCERT if you are writing in our exam. But basically these three are a bit different in their composition. Lymph is colorless. Lymph is colorless and contains very less proteins. Now its function, this is all about the lymph, what exactly is lymph, and now its functions. Okay, functions. It carries digested and absorbed fats. It carries digested and absorbed fats from the intestine. This is the first one. From the intestine. And this is a very important factor. I'm going to explain you this also again, the second function. It drains excess fluid. It drains excess fluids or the liquids from extracellular space, from extracellular space back into the blood. This we have experienced a lot. This happens in case of some of the people who are advancing in their age. What happens is that if they keep hanging their legs for longer period of time, their feet may be swollen. Their legs become swollen. There may be some other reasons for that. The person may be having some kidney problems. The person may be diabetic. But this is one of the reasons that if you keep hanging your legs for a longer period of time, what happens is, once the blood is supplied to the body, including legs, it goes to the feet also. And once it reaches to the feet, some amount of liquid is drained near to the tissues of feet. And in that case, what happens is that the liquid is not poured back to the veins. It keeps on collecting near to the tissue. That forms tissue fluid. Excess of water, you can say, retention of water near to the tissue, and there is a term we use for it. The term is known as actually oedema. O-E-D-E-M-A, oedema, that means retention of excess water near to the tissues. And this basically prevents it from happening. This is what we are supposed to cover today about limbs, and in my next lecture we are going to deal with transportation in case of plants. That's all from my side, kids, today. Thank you. Keep learning.
Thank you.
Stay safe, kids.